Oh my god. It is so hot in here. I am so sweaty right now. Ah! Hey guys, it's Rachel, and it's been a while since I've recorded any of these sit down videos, and I say that every single time I record one of these videos. I now have these two box lights so I can sit in different areas in my room and in my house, and hopefully the lighting is still good. If you didn't know, I love traveling, and so I was born in Perth and I grew up in France, and I came back to Perth with my family, and last year, 2016, I took a gap year, and the aim of it was to travel more, but the one thing was to go to Europe by myself. I did it. I went for almost 3 months, and so I decided to make this video to give 5 tips for traveling solo. And this is also because for our summer holiday, I went to the US with my family, and it's a completely different dynamic traveling by yourself versus traveling with your family. I personally prefer traveling by myself because it's much more carefree and all that, but it still can be difficult, I guess. So yeah, 5 tips for traveling solo. Okay, so number 1 is be open to anything and everything. When you're traveling solo, you just gotta go with the flow a little bit. Like, some things will happen that don't go according to plan. The weather won't be how you want it to be, but you just have to be open to everything and make the most of your time abroad or wherever it is you are. Sorry, I'm losing my voice already. This just shows how long it's been since This just shows how long it's been since I've shot one of these videos. Okay, so number 2 is put yourself out there to meet new people. This was like the biggest thing for me. I was so excited to make new friends and meet new people, and I ended up meeting so many different people, and I pretty much added them all on Facebook, and I'm sure that in some point in my future travels or their future travels we'll see each other again. And you just got to be confident in yourself that these people, especially people who are traveling as well, these people are going to be happy to meet you and to make a new friend. Introduce yourself first, make the first move, because everyone's a little bit shy, but in the end, you don't want to go home having made no friends. So I made so many friends on Kentucky. I made friends at Summer in the City just by chatting to random people and being confident and outgoing, and as soon as you make the welcoming move, they'll be happy, and you just make really strong connections. And I made like some good friendships by sitting in a Starbucks and seeing someone else with a backpacking bag and just starting chatting to them. I made friends with people on mega buses around the UK, just sitting next to someone and end up chatting to them because you're sitting there for like 5 hours or however long it is that you're on the bus for. So meeting new people is definitely my number 1 thing when I'm traveling, because I guess that's just sort of who I am. But yeah, I love meeting new people. Number 3 is don't panic. This sort of like goes back to the first one about going with the flow. Things will happen that you don't want to happen. Like, maybe you'll miss a train, maybe your flight will be delayed or cancelled, but you just gotta keep calm and carry on. But yeah, so just keep calm, because you'll figure something out. There'll always be something you can do. Obviously, you got to put this into consideration when you're budgeting your travels, because you want to have a bit of spare money just in case something goes wrong and you need to spend more money, like an extra night somewhere or whatever. But it will work out, I promise you that. And then these incidents where things happen and things don't go your way, they become stories that you can tell people. So don't panic. Okay, number 4, I found really important to remind myself during my trip in Europe was being happy being by yourself. So obviously traveling solo, you're going to be by yourself more than if you're traveling with friends or with family. And that can be a bit hard, especially when you're in places where you don't know anyone or where you haven't made any new friends yet. It's obviously easier if you're staying in hostels, because you'll meet new people and you'll be around new people all the time. But if you have decided to stay in an Airbnb by yourself or a hotel, like, sometimes it can be a bit lonely, especially if it's your first time being away from your family, which it was for me. And you just gotta like sort of be a little bit content in being by yourself, and yet like just try not to think about being lonely. Easier said than done. It'll be okay, you'll make new friends. You don't need to feel lonely, and if you do, call someone back home. It'll be okay, I promise you. This is like me speaking to past Rachel while I was in Europe, because there were some times when I was feeling really lonely. It'll be okay, past Rachel. Okay, and number 5, which I obviously do because I record things is document it. Whether that's writing a journal, taking photos, filming it, you gotta document everything, or like try to document as much as you can, because when you're traveling solo there won't be as many people to be like, oh, do you remember that time when we did this? Like, you gotta show people through your writing or your photos or whatever, and it's so important so that you can look back on it in the future when you've got kids or whatever. Like, you want to have things to look back on, so yeah, document it. So yeah, those are my 5 tips for traveling solo. I really do recommend traveling solo though. That's what I tell everyone when people ask me what I learned from my trip or life advice or anything. You have to travel solo at least once in your life. It is so valuable. I loved it so much. I mean, it may not be for everyone, but I do recommend it so much. It was so good. Best trip of my life. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, click the thumbs up. Hope you have a lovely 2017 full of travels. Should I continue doing my old outro? I don't know, because I never know how to finish these videos. Okay, we're gonna do my old outro, just because. That's all for today. I hope you have a nice day. Was it a good day? Oh my god, I can't even remember my outro. Bye.